Good morning, everyone. I hope you have attended the webinar yesterday. किती जणांनी attend केलं?
Yes, ma'am.
How many of you attended?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you
Yes, ma'am.
learned something new?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Yes, ma'am.
you learned something new in that? काय कळालं कालच्या वेबिनार मध्ये? Okay, have you submitted a feedback form?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because after submitting the feedback form only, then you will get the certificate. Right? Okay. Now I think we were discussing about forward different backward operators, right? And we have found that relation between these. That is that y1 minus y0 is same, but only the notations will be changing in every differences. That is either it may be forward, backward, or central difference operator, right? So I think I have written the relation. Delta yr is equal to yr plus 1 minus yr. Backward difference operator yr is yr minus 1, and del yr is equals to yr plus 1 half minus yr minus 1 half. Okay. The next thing we'll see is averaging operator mu. For the averaging operator mu, we can write this as mu yr is equal to 1 upon 2 yr plus half plus yr minus 1 half. Okay. It is called averaging in the formula forward difference, backward difference. In this formula we have seen it is yr plus 1 minus yr, but in the averaging operator it is written in the form of average of two terms. So averaging operator of yr is written as 1 upon 2 yr plus half plus yr minus 1. Okay. The next operator we'll see is a shift operator. Everyone write down these relations: forward, backward, central difference, averaging operator, because now we are going to solve the examples on this. The shift operator, the name itself suggests that the E is going to shift your yr to yr plus 1. Okay. So yr will be equal to yr plus 1. It will shift any yr or any yn to the next one. So in the very similar way, what will be E square yr? काय असेल?
YR plus 2.
Yr plus 2. So in general, we can write e raised to n yr will be equal to yr minus, plus n. Whatever may be n, it may be positive or negative. Have you written the formula for forward, backward, averaging, central difference
Yes, ma'am.
operator? Okay. If you have written it, now let us find out the relations. Okay. Write with me itself. Find that means we are going to find out the relation between. So these questions are very important for your MCQ examinations. What is the relation between delta and E? That we will find out now. Many type of relation we'll see now. Del yr is equal to, what is the relation? We have written it is yr plus 1 minus yr. This is what a formula for forward difference operator. Okay. Now what is yr plus 1? This I can write in by definition of shift operator using this one. This I can write it as, it is nothing but e by r minus by r. In the next line I can take e minus 1 as it is. Yr, if I am going to take common, it will be simply e minus 1, and both side is yr, so yr is any term, so we can cancel out for any number yr. We can write this relation as delta is equals to e minus 1. Okay, have you written this?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Let us go for finding the next step. You can write relation between backward difference operator and e. Okay, let me write down what is backward difference operator. Yr is yr minus yr minus 1. Okay, so this I can write yr minus. As for plus 1 it is e yr, but for minus 1 it will be e raised to minus 1 yr. Right, so which we can write it as, if I am going to take yr common, it will be 1 minus e raised to minus 1 backward difference operator of yr. So yr is any yr, that means it can be generalized for any yr. That means it may be y0, y1 and so on, which we can write it as 1 minus e raised to minus 1. This is what a relation between shift operator and backward difference operator. Next, write the relation between E and central difference operator. Relation between central difference operator and E. Okay, what is the formula for central difference operator? We have written is yr plus half minus yr minus half. Which is equal to, now this yr plus half I can write it as e raised to plus half yr minus e raised to minus half yr, which is equal to e raised to half minus e raised to minus half if I take yr common. So now yr is any value of y from the table, and hence we can write delta is equals to e raised to half minus e raised to minus half. This is what the third relation which we have obtained. Now similarly for you people, you have to try the relation between mu and e and tell me fastly.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
mu is equal to 1 by 2 in bracket e raised to 1 by 2 plus e raised to minus 1 by 2.
Correct. Yes, everyone got this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us find out the next relation. Now we have found the four relation. The mu is 1 by 2 e raised to half plus e raised to minus half. Let us go for the next one is we have to find out the relation between delta these three terms: forward difference operator, central difference operator, and shift operator. Okay, for that, let us write down firstly what is del yr. Central difference operator is written as yr plus half minus yr minus half. Okay, so this is del yr is equals to e raised to half yr minus e raised to minus half yr, and if I take yr common, it will be e raised to half minus e raised to minus half, so which we can write it as e raised to half minus e raised to minus half. Okay, and after that we have to find out what is the relation between these three operators. Okay, we have written up to this. Then if I take e raised to half outside, what it remains? 1 minus e raised to half, it will be minus 1. Correct? If I divide by e raised to half, it will be e raised to minus half, e raised to minus half, both will be 1 minus e raised to minus 1. What is 1 minus e raised to minus 1? Which we have found the relation between backward difference operator and shift operator. सांगा काय होतं हे? Backward difference operator, no?
Yes, ma'am.
On the fifth relation, the relation between shift operator, central difference operator, and backward difference operator. In the next one, the relation between averaging operator, central difference operator, forward and backward. Okay, for that, let me write down what is the formula for mu we have obtained is. It is e raised to half plus e raised to minus half. Now we know that what we know, the central difference operator is e raised to half minus e raised to minus half. Okay. Now let us multiply these two. It will be mu into delta is equals to 1 by 2 product of these two, e raised to half plus e raised to minus half into e raised to half minus e raised to minus half. Okay. Can you tell me the product of these two?
E minus e raised to minus 1.
Correct. By using a plus b a minus b formula, no? A square minus b square. It is nothing but a minus b, a plus b. But instead of a and b, here we have the power is 1 by 2. So hence we have found the relation, that is mu delta and e minus 1. Right? Now let us find out. Okay, let us name it as say equation 1. Now we'll find out what is a formula for forward and backward difference operator. Okay. Let us write down backward difference operator and forward difference operator. Adding these two, for forward it is e minus 1, for backward it is 1 minus e raised to minus 1. Now adding these two, what we get? Plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, it is e into e minus e raised to minus 1. This is what your equation 2. Now using equation 2 in 1, we get mu into delta is equals to 1 by 2. The value of this term is nothing but forward plus backward. Okay, and hence we have found the relation between central difference, averaging operator, central difference, backward and forward. Simply you have to say using 2 in 1. I hope everyone is writing these relations because these are important for your MCQ examinations. Let us find out now relation between backward, forward and shift operator. Okay, let us write down E into backward difference operator is E into 1 minus e raised to minus 1. So if I multiply E inside, it is E minus e raised to minus 1 and into E. What is the result of these two? E raised to minus 1 plus 1 will be e raised to 0, which is 1. What is e minus 1? It is forward operator. So in all we have got up to now 7 relations. Okay. Now whatever the 7 relations we have obtained, out of this we have to solve now examples. Have you completed up to this? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Right now? Prove that or show that forward minus backward operator is nothing but forward into backward. Okay. Let us assume, or let us consider LHS is equals to forward minus backward is equal to e minus 1 minus 1 minus e raised to minus 1, which is equal to e minus e raised to minus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, no? Sorry. Okay, it will be minus 2. Minus 1 minus 1 is minus 2. Okay, similarly, let us find out RHS, which is forward into backward is equals to e minus 1 into 1 minus e raised to minus 1. So e into 1, e into e raised to minus 1, that will be minus 1 into 1 minus 1, minus minus become plus e raised to minus 1, and hence we get e minus, sorry, this minus minus become plus 1, e raised to minus 1 minus 2. So from equation 1 and 2 we can say LHS is equal to RHS. Many more exercise examples are also there for this. Now we have to prove that. To prove that try to prove this. First you have to consider del square, then consider LHS, RHS, then you have to equate it. Have you proved? Have you proved this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's go for the next one. Mu square is equal to 1 plus del square by 4. Again consider LHS. म्यू स्क्वायर म्यू का जो फॉर्मूला है उसको सिर्फ स्क्वायर करना है e raised to half plus e raised to minus half raised to 2. It was 1 by 2, so it will be 1 by 4 after squaring. So what will be the square of this term? E plus 2 plus e raised to minus 1. Right? Now this plus 2 I can adjust like okay, what is e minus 2 plus e raised to minus 1? Okay, what is this? Tell me from the last formulas that we have written. This is nothing but your L square plus 4. And hence now we can write by 1 by 1 by taking 1 by 4 inside the bracket it is L square by 4 plus 1. If you are confusing, you can write this as del is equals to, okay, what is the formula for del is e raised to half minus e raised to minus half. Just to square it, you will get e minus 2 product of these two plus e raised to minus 1, and hence the result. Now let us go for the next. Which one I should prove from these three? This will be homework for you, but at least one I can solve. आहेत ना सगळे?
थर्ड मॅडम थर्ड सोडवलं.
Let us solve the third one. आज एवढी प्रेझेंटी कमी काय आहे? फक्त 31 आहेत. 31 स्टुडंट ओनली. Consider what we should consider. Consider this term and we'll prove it is equals to 2 times mu delta. So let us write it is e minus 1 divided by 1 minus e raised to minus 1 minus 1 minus e raised to minus 1 divided by e minus 1. Simply we have to multiply. Take a LCM. The product of these two, 1 minus e raised to minus 1, e minus e square minus 2e plus 1 minus 1 minus 2 e raised to minus 1 plus e raised to minus 2 divided by e minus 1 minus e into e raised to minus 1, that is 1 plus e raised to minus 1. Simply I am evaluating the terms which we have written. Solve with me. Okay. Now this plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled. E remains with, this is e square minus 2e minus minus become plus 2e raised to minus 1 minus e raised to minus 2 divided by e plus e raised to minus 1 minus now if I take 2 common, what will remains e raised to minus 1 minus e raised to minus 2 divided by e plus e raised to minus 1 minus 2. Okay, what is this one? E raised to minus 1 minus e. See from the last formula relation which we have obtained. By e raised to minus 1 minus e.
Minus of forward operator plus backward operator.
Yes. But actually this will be lengthy if you are going to solve like this. Can anyone tell me what will be another way to prove this? इथेच क्लिक झाला पाहिजे तुम्हाला. The relation is here only. Simply what you have to do, this term we have to evaluate and we will get the relation in only one step. Means that you are not concentrating on lecture. It's very easy. From the first step itself, we can find out the relation. E minus 1 we have written, 1 minus e raised to minus 1 we have written. 1 minus e raised to minus 1 divided by e minus 1. Right, what we can do for this? This 1 upon e, this is e raised to minus 1. Now this will be 1 upon e. Right? 1 minus 1 upon e, that I can write e minus 1 in 1 upon e will be, simply you have to take a LCM and we get the result. 1 minus e will be e minus 1 divided by e into e minus 1. In simply one step we will get the result. Right? So this is what e minus e raised to minus 1. Now simply you have to check whether 2 times mu into delta is same. 2 into mu into delta. 2 into, what is a mu? 1 upon 2 e raised to half plus e raised to minus half into e raised to half minus e raised to minus half. 2 get cancelled. Just simply multiply these two. You will get it is as a minus b, a plus b, e minus e raised to minus 2. From 1 and 2, we get LHS is equal to RHS. Have you understood this step? 1 minus e raised to minus 1. That is 1 minus 1 upon e. Simply you have to multiply by e and you will get the result. This will be e minus 1. Give. Here it will be e.
थोडं वर स्क्रोल करा एक्झाम्पल ह्याचे.
Yes?
वर स्क्रोल करा मॅडम जरा वर. वरचे वर खाली स्क्रोल करा म्हणजे वरचे एक्झाम्पल ह्याचे होमवर्कचे. हां थँक्यू.
How many of you prepared the poster for the poster competition?
येस मॅम प्रिपेअर केलं.
कोण प्रिपेअर केलं तुमचं नाव सांगा. Poster, no need to reveal the name of a poster. Simply you can say, okay, I think you are raising the hands. So day project.
Yes, ma'am.
बाकी अजून कोण? वैष्णवी कुलकर्णी. तुमचा लास्ट चान्स आहे. ॲज अ स्टुडंट यू कॅन पार्टिसिपेट इन दिस. ज्यांचे तुमचे स्वतःचे प्रोजेक्ट टॉपिक आहे तेच घेऊन करू शकता ना एक पोस्टर प्रेझेंटेशन. असं काय कंपल्सरी नाही आहे ना की आपल्याला प्राइजेस भेटायला पाहिजे. ॲटलिस्ट यू शुड पार्टिसिपेट. बोलते हैं ना, जंग के मैदान में तो उतरना चाहिए. हार और जीत का फैसला बाद में होता है. So actually you are having the topics also, no? You may take your own project topic. In every project topic there are some different ways, no? It may be, as I told you in the last lecture, it may be suppose 4 students are there in the project. Everyone will divide the project in the 4 participants. One is introduction, another may take applications and some formulas, theorems related to that, and the last one will take the references and all. You can divide your project in your among 4 students. And in this way also, those who want to participate, you can participate. Like, no doubt we are going to extend the date. Now also those who haven't prepared, you can prepare. आपका जो project topic है उसी पे prepare करो आप, so that your project will also be prepared. Project की भी आपके presentation की तैयारी हो जाएगी. Since you have to present the project in front of us as well as in front of our external examiner when you are going to appear for the practical examinations. Okay. So those who haven't done this, you can do now also. We are going to extend the date up to 1 April. You can submit the form up to 1 April. Also in the form itself, we are attached the file that you can attach one poster. Okay. किती जण करणार आहेत एक्सटेंड झाला डेट तर तुम्हाला आयडिया पण दिलेत ना तुमच्या एक प्रोजेक्ट टॉपिक घ्या ते करा आता किती प्रोजेक्ट टॉपिक आहेत आपल्याकडे 10 ॲटलिस्ट 10 स्टुडंट कॅन डू इफ यू आर सेइंग दैट इट मे बी रिपीटिंग बट प्रोजेक्ट में बहुत सारे डिफरेंट एप्लीकेशंस होंगे ना सब लोग एक एक एप्लीकेशंस लोगे तो भी एक एक प्रोजेक्ट होगा राइट For project, we need 40 pages, but for poster, we need only one application is also sufficient. We are going to extend the date of submission of poster presentation form will be up to 1 April. And I have given you the suggestion that you can take your own project topic, one of the application from project topic. Those who have started searching for project and all. Still you have 4 days. You can prepare and you can upload that in your Google form that we have shared you. How many of you will do this now? Because still you have 4 days. काहीतरी सांगा नाहीच आम्ही करतच नाही असं तर सांगा ॲटलिस्ट This is the last time that you are going to participate as a student. Every time I am seeing that मला पण असं वाटतं की हा आपण पण केलं असतं जर वेबिनार असलं असतं मतलब ऑनलाइन ही है ना सब कुछ ऐसे नहीं है ना कि हमें जाके प्रेजेंट करना है so you can do it by sitting at home itself. Shivani has done and she got the prize also. Now let us find out the relation between D and E. What is D? Differentiation operator. So what is dy x? It is nothing but d by dx of y of x. Okay, let us write down now formula for y of x plus h. What will be the formula for y of x plus h in terms of Taylor series? Take the formula. काय आहे फॉर्म्युला सांगा
y of x plus y of x plus h into f y dash of x plus h square into h square upon 2 factorial y double dash of x up to so on.
So in this way now we will find out now we have to use a shift operator E so that we can find out a relation between D and E. Okay. So this y of x plus h I can write it as ey of x. Okay. And ey of x means what? It is going to shift one term. H is also one small increment now. h is a small increment, and that I can write e y of x is equals to y of x plus h into this term I can write it as dy of x plus h square by 2 factorial into d2y of x, right? Second derivative, and so on. Now if I take y of x common, so what will be the relation? 1 plus h into d plus h square by 2 factorial into d square, and so on. So y of x is any term or y of x is any function. So hence we can write the relation E is equals to 1 plus h into d plus h square d square by 2 factorial, and so on. So this I can, what is the formula? What is a compact form of this equation? Actually y of x असा cancel होणार नाही. Y of x is any function, hence we can write E is equal to. सांगा आठवते का हे? Okay, what is the formula for e raised to x? So instead of x, you have to simply substitute h into d. And hence we get now the relation between d and e. E raised to h into d. Wherever you have x, you simply substitute h into d and you will get, this is nothing but e raised to h into d. Let us go for now method of separation of symbols. Okay, in the method of separation of symbol, a number of useful identities can be derived by our relation. Right, just the things we have seen just now. With the help of del and e, we have found many relations. Right, these relations are useful to separate the effect of e, that is shift operator, into that of power of our backward difference operator, and this method is called a method of separation. Okay, this we have found many relations between these two, and now we'll see the method of relation, method of separations of symbol. With the one example, you can understand what is method of separation. Okay, write one example using method of separation. I think for OR and numerical analysis, instead of having the theory, if you go through the example, then you can understand it very easily. Correct now? काहीतरी म्हणा, हो तर म्हणा, नाहीतर म्हणा.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What about OR? OR ला पण असंच आहेत ना, theory समजत नाही, but if you come to example, then you can understand very easily.
Yes, ma'am.
How many methods you have studied in the OR? कुठेपर्यंत झालाय OR?
Two-phase method पर्यंत.
Using method of separation of symbol, show that, write example with me itself. It is UX minus n into ux minus 1 plus n into n minus 1 divided by 2 ux minus 2 plus n into n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial ux minus 3 plus up to so on plus minus 1 raised to n ux minus n. That means whatever the relation we have obtained just now on the delta, E, shift operator, averaging operator, all these relations we have to use to prove this result. Okay. Now we can prove this in two ways. Either you can consider LHS and you can prove the RHS, or in another way you can consider RHS or prove the LHS. Okay. So I hope this one will be easy. Consider RHS. Take ux minus n ux minus 1 plus n into n minus 1 divided by 2 ux minus 2 plus n into n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial ux minus 3 plus up to so on plus minus 1 raised to n ux minus n. Considering RHS will prove the result. For that, let us write this as this ux minus 1 I can write e raised to minus 1 into ux. That it will shift, operator will shift it to backward position. Plus n into n minus 1 divided by 2 into e raised to minus 1 ux plus again n into n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial e raised to minus 3 ux plus up to so on. What will be the last term? Minus 1 raised to n e raised to minus n ux. Okay, what we will do now? We'll take ux common because in every term we have ux. We can write this as 1 minus n into e raised to minus 1 plus n into n minus 1 divided by 2 e raised to, it should be minus 2, no? E raised to minus 2 plus n into n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial e raised to minus 3 plus e raised to minus n minus 1 raised to n. Okay. After this, can anyone tell me what is the value of this whole bracket? We have studied this type of a formula 1 upon 1, 1 upon 1 minus x, 1 upon 1 plus x. We have studied this now. Write this
Yes,
down and tell me the relation.
1 minus e raised to minus 1 bracket plus 2 n.
Okay. And hence now we can write this as ux 1 minus, instead of e raised to minus 1 you can substitute as x. No, x is any term, 1 upon 1 minus x. Raised to n is z. Simply wherever you have the terms we can put it as n and n into n minus 1 and so on. And upon e raised to n equal to ux e minus 1 raised to n divided by e raised to n, and hence ux e raised to minus n e minus 1 raised to n. Okay, this e raised to minus n ux, what is e minus 1? That is forward difference operator raised to n. And hence, what is a formula for this e raised to minus n ux? It is nothing but ux minus n del raised to n. Okay, and hence we have proved LHS is equal to RHS. Simply what we have done by using method of separation of symbol. Separation कुठे केलं तर आपण? Simply we have separated these. this e raised to minus 1 इथे जे होतं ना आपलं ux minus 1, instead of having ux minus 1 we have written this, and then with the help of that we have got the relation. Simply the relations which we have used just now for proving our result, or simply the relation which we have obtained, we have to use that to solve these examples. Okay, but if you have completed this one, you can take the one more example. झाला का हे?
Yes, ma'am.
Let us go for next one. Show that e raised to x u naught plus x del u naught plus x square by 2 factorial del square u naught, it is equal to u naught plus u1x plus u2x square by 2 factorial plus up to so on. It is very easy to prove. Prove it fastly and tell me what you have done. Do it fastly and tell me what you have done. Have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
What you have done for this? Again, you can use the relation of E itself. From this equation, you can take mu naught common, and then you can use the relation between shift operator and forward difference operator, and you can prove the result. I hope you can do this. Let us go for the next one, is Newton's formula for interpolation. You have already seen one interpolation formula, that is Lagrange's interpolation formula. And that is easy to do, but in Newton's formula, what is the extra condition? I told you initially that in the Newton's formula for interpolation, we need काय सांगितलं होतं condition? What is the extra condition for interpolation in Newton's formula? Somewhere
Equal distance.
xn is equal to x naught plus n into h. The values of x should be equally distributed, but if you have not observed, you can go back with the examples of Lagrange's interpolation we have solved. In that the values of x were unequally distributed. At that time also I told you that whatever the examples we were solving and we were having the values of x were unequally distributed. Okay. So here again the same things we have to do what we have given. We are having set of n plus 1 values, say x naught. So now we have to find out Newton's interpolation formula. Whatever we have done for Lagrange's, we will do same thing. We have to find out a new function, say f of x, which satisfy the conditions of y of x. So we will write down a general polynomial, which we have written for Lagrange's also. So simply a naught a1 into x minus x naught plus a2 into x minus x naught x minus x1 plus a3 x minus x naught x minus x1 x minus x2 plus up to so on. What will be the last term? Plus an x minus x naught x minus x1 x minus x2 x minus xn minus 1. You can see here for suffix of a is 1, here we have x naught or n minus 1. So whatever may be the suffix of a, here it should be less than 1, that is n minus 1. If it is n, then it should be n minus 1. Right? First we have to find out a polynomial of degree n. Now, if you take here n, so what will be this? It will be polynomial of degree n plus 1. How many values we have? X naught, x1 up to so on n minus 1. These n minus 1 plus this one. So we will get a polynomial of degree n for n plus 1 values. Okay, now what is our aim to find out? We have to find out the values of a naught, a1, a2 and up to so on an. Right? Okay, what we have to do for that? At x is equal to x naught, above equation will be, let me name it as say equation 1. For above equation, x is equal to x naught will be f of x naught is equals to a naught plus a1. X is x naught means x naught minus x naught, right? So what we get from this, a naught is equals to f of x naught, okay? Which is nothing but your y naught, which is given to us. F of x naught, that means a new function f of x or new polynomial f of x we are finding in such a way that it agrees with y for every value of x, right? Same thing which we have done for Lagrange's. We are now we have a set of values. Now actually we don't know what is y, so for we are going to find out a polynomial f of x in such a way that which satisfy the conditions of y. We have found y naught. Now let us go for finding the next. Put x is equals to x1. We get f of x1 is equal to a naught plus a1 x1 minus x naught plus next term. If you see the next term, if you are going to put x is equal to x1, what will happen for the coefficient of a2? It is x1 minus x1 will be 0. Okay, so simply we can take only two terms. Getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's write this. So plus all the terms will be 0 because in every term there will be term of x minus x1, x minus x1 and so on. So if you put x is equal to x1, it will be 0. What we have found the value of e naught is y naught plus a1 x1 minus x naught. F of x1 is nothing but your y1. Okay, what is xn is x naught plus n into h, equal values of x equally distributed, where x1 is x naught plus h. What will be x1 minus x naught? It is h. So here I can substitute the value of this term as this is y 0 plus a1 into h. And hence we get a1 is equal to, what will be the value of a1 from this? Is y1 minus y0 divided by h, which is equal to, what is y1 minus y0? Is forward difference operator of y0, and hence we have found the relation, that is we have found the value of a1 also, right? Now let us put x is equals to x2, put and tell me what will be a2. सांगा काय आली रिलेशन?
H2 A2 is equal to delta y2 plus delta y1 minus 2 delta y0 upon 2h square. Right, ma'am?
Divided by 2 square is correct, but we have to adjust the terms, whatever we have written. We have to adjust in such a way that the value of a2 should be equal to del square y0 divided by 2 into h square. Okay, what you have to do is f of x2 is equals to a0 is y0 plus, what is the value of a1 we have got is y1 minus y0 divided by h into, what is the value? It is x2 minus x0 now, plus a2 x2 minus x0 into x2 minus x1. F of x2 is nothing but your y2 is equal to y0 plus y1 minus y0. H get cancelled. Okay, let me write down. What is x2 minus x0? From the relation of xn is equals to x0 plus x to h. काय असेल relation x2 minus x0? 2h ना?
2h
हाँ, plus a2 This is 2h into x2 minus x1 will be simply h because difference between two consecutive term is h. y2 is equals to y naught plus h get cancelled 2 times y1 minus y naught plus a2 2 times h square. Okay. Now this 2 times h square a2 one side which is equal to y2 minus 2y1. This minus minus become plus and we get it is plus y naught. इथे आहे ना minus 2y naught plus y naught. 2 times है ना. So it will be minus y naught and on this side it will be plus y naught. So we get a2 is equals to y2 minus 2y1 plus y naught divided by 2h square. Now what is the formula for this? In the last lecture we have seen. What is this one? फॉरवर्ड डिफरन्सच्या फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये बघा जर लिहिलं असेल तर हेच आहे का?
Yes, ma'am.
And hence we get the formula for A2. Now we can write this similarly in general at x is equal to xn. After putting x equal to xn in equation 1 we get what is an? L raised to n into y naught divided by h raised to n into n factorial. Now let us put up all those values of a naught, a1 up to so on an in the above equation and we get, or in equation 1 putting all the values of a naught, a1 up to so on an in the equation 1 we get y of x is equals to y naught plus y naught divided by h into x minus x naught plus del square y naught divided by 2 factorial into h square x minus x naught into x minus x1 plus del cube y naught divided by 3 factorial into h cube x minus x naught x minus x1 x minus x2 plus up to so on. What will be the last term? Del raised to n y naught divided by n factorial into h raised to n x minus x naught x minus x1 and so on x minus xn minus 1. This is what the formula we have obtained. Now the formula is not completed up to yet. Whatever the things we have written these, we have to write down a common relation for these terms. Right? So for that, let us put up. Have you written up to this? Meeta ka?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you written up to this, x is equal to x naught plus ph. We are going to set x is equal to x naught plus ph. So x minus x naught divided by h will be p. Right? Similarly, x minus x1 divided by h will be x minus value of x1 is nothing but x naught plus h. How we have found this? From this xn plus n into h. X naught plus n into h is xn. So we can get x1 is x naught plus h, x2 is x naught plus 2 into h, and so on. So we can get this as x minus x naught minus h divided by h, which is equal to x minus x naught divided by h minus 1. So x minus x1 divided by h is equals to value of this term we have substituted as p. This will be minus 1 as it is. Similarly, we can write for x minus x2 divided by h will be p minus 2. See carefully what we have done. Simply we have used the relation xn is equal to x naught plus plus n into h. Now we have set the x is equal to x naught plus p into h. Putting x is equal to x naught plus p into h, we get value of p as x minus x naught divided by h. Similarly, we have to find out x minus x1 divided by h. Okay, you can see here. These are the things we have to put. X minus x naught divided by h. X minus x1 divided by h. h square divide करू शकतो ना आपण इथे h into h. This h cube. For each term, we can divide by h cube. Sorry, h. This h cube will be distributed as h. And simply we are finding the relation for that. समजतंय का? Hello. And in general, similarly, we can write x minus xn minus 1 divided by h is equals to p minus n minus 1. Whatever the term we have here, 2, 2. So it is, if here it is n minus 1, it is p minus that term. Are you getting me? Simply we have to find out the relation of this. This is x minus x naught into x minus x1. This h square we have to divide here. हे h square कसं लिहू शकतो आपण h into h. Here also this h cube I have to write it as h. I am finding the relation of these. X minus x2 divided by h, x minus x1 divided by h, x minus x naught divided by h. This is x minus x1 divided by h. Simply we have adjusted and we have found the relation. Now substituting all these relation in the above equation, we get f of x is equal to y naught is as it is p into del y naught plus p into p minus 1 divided by 2 factorial into del square y naught plus up to so on. The last term will be p into p minus 1, p minus 2 up to so on, p minus n minus 1 divided by n factorial into del s to n y naught. And hence, which is a formula for forward difference interpolation. Any doubt? Let us see what we have done. Initially, we have written this polynomial, nth degree polynomial. If you don't know any polynomial, simply we can write nth degree polynomial with the help of whatever the terms we are provided. Okay? nth degree होणार ना x naught x1 हे सगळे value दिलेले असेल तर if we are going to multiply, we will get degree of this polynomial is n. And after that, we have to simply find out the values of a naught, a1 and so on. For that, we have to just simply substitute x is equal to x naught, x is equal to x1 and so on. We get the relation, and after substituting all those values of a naught, a1 up to so on a2, up, and hence we get now this type of equation. And now this h cube into these terms, whatever we have x minus x naught, x minus x1. For that, we have to find out the relation. After finding the relation, we get this type of a equation. Okay. Let us find out similarly for Newton's backward difference interpolation. Newton's backward difference interpolation, or you can say it is Newton's backward difference interpolation formula in short. Here also we have to assume the value as we have considered all the things as earlier that the values of x, y are given. So let us write down the equation. Say f of x is equal to yn of x is equal to, as we are using the word backward, so we'll write down the relation with the help of a naught plus this is a1 into x minus xn. आधी काय लिहिलं होतं आपण इथे फॉरवर्ड फॉर्म्युलामध्ये x minus x naught plus a2 x minus x naught into x minus x1 we have written. But here we have to write down x minus xn minus 1 and so on. The last term is an x minus xn to so on x minus x1. Okay. Now what you have to do? We have to do the same procedure. Okay, first you have to put x is equal to xn. You will get the value of a naught. Find this and tell me the value of a naught after putting x is equal to xn. Everyone should solve it and tell me the answer. What is a naught? आहेत का सगळे जागे आहेत?
येस मॅम. ए नॉट इज इक्वल टू एफ ऑफ एक्स एन येते ना, म्हणजे वाय.
वायन हे दिलेलं आहे ना आपल्याला. F is a polynomial we have to find out, so we can get this is yn. Values कुणाचे दिलेत आपल्याला x naught x1 and so on. Okay, try to find out by putting x is equal to xn minus 1. सांगा a1 काय येणार आहे? Put x is equal to xn minus 1 in this equation. You can name it as equation 1. Put x is equal to xn minus 1. जिथे x असेल तिथे xn minus 1 पुटत करायचं. So it will be yn minus 1 is equal to a naught is already found yn plus a1 into xn minus 1 minus xn. The next term will be 0. पुढच्या टर्म मध्ये काहीच येणार नाही ना, 0 येणार आहे. So a1 is equal to yn minus 1 minus yn divided by xn minus 1 minus xn. Yn minus 1 minus yn is nothing but backward difference operator yn. We have, if you are not knowing, let me go back. The first thing in this lecture we have studied. First three formula that I have written. What is the formula for backward difference operator yr is yr minus 1. So here we obtain yn minus 1. Okay. Divided by what is a xn minus 1 x minus xn. These are consecutive terms. Difference between any two consecutive terms will be h. From this formula, xn is equal to x naught plus n into h. Similarly, find after putting x is equal to xn minus 2. Put x is equal to xn minus 2 and find out the relation. In this way, we have obtained the relation of A2. And hence, in general, we can write En is equals to backward difference operator n factorial into h raised to n. Okay, now substitute all those values in the above equation. That is substituting those constant a0, a1, an in equation 1, we get f of x equal to yn plus del yn divided by h into x minus xn plus del square yn divided by 2 into h square x minus xn minus 1 plus up to so on. The last term del s to n yn divided by n factorial h raised to n. Here is x minus xn minus 1 and up to so on x minus x1. Again, what we have to do, putting or setting x is equal to xn plus p into h. Find x minus xn divided by h. Why we are doing this? This h square into this term we have to eliminate. This h and with h raised to n. We have to eliminate this and we have to find the relation. X minus xn divided by h will be p. Similarly, we can find x minus xn minus 1 divided by h will be p plus 1 and so on. And we get the relation of the form f of x is equal to yn plus lyn p plus del square yn by 2 factorial p into p plus 1 yn p plus 1 plus 1 p plus n minus 1 divided by n factor. Okay. So in this way we have completed all the relation in this lecture and forward and backward difference operator, method of separation of symbol. If you have a doubt, you can ask. If you're not having doubt, you can leave the meeting and you can join the next lecture.
Thank you, ma'am.